All hail Beard, it's your boy Big Beard B, and we back for another edition of Big Beard Business. In today's video, we're discussing the fragrance for when the club lets out, and it's none other than Sean John's 3 a.m. The box for Sean John 3 a.m. is white and it has this club-like presence. When you walk in, you just stab that shit. Let me see. Fuck the box. Take that. 3 a.m. comes in this clear bottle with the clear juice, and you also have this red writing around the atomizer, and the design is pretty much carried over from what was on the box. Now the top notes for 3 a.m. features bergamot, mandarin orange, this fig leaf, orange blossom, and geranium in the mid, and then you have tonka water and cool leather in the base. Now in traditional Combs fashion, Puff goes overboard with naming the notes in his fragrances. This one features cool leather, Unforgivable features sexy tonka bean and sparkling champagne. And in the Sean John signature fragrance, you have intensely sweet cardamom. But I digress, and back to the fragrance at hand. I originally purchased this fragrance after months and months and months of smelling it on someone I know. And I continually found myself asking him what was he wearing, so I decided I needed to finally break down and buy it. Now, if you're an avid viewer of the channel, you may recall my initial reaction after receiving this one in the mail. And if you are, well, quite frankly, you probably will remember that I wasn't really impressed. In fact, I actually thought I purchased the wrong fragrance. However, what I discovered is what I truly enjoyed about this fragrance is the dry down, as I believe that the opening on this one was vastly different than the dry down in itself. I mean, the opening on 3 a.m. is extremely bright. It has a ton of citrus notes, and quite frankly, well, I'm not the biggest fan. And I don't find that to be too much of a problem because to me, in my nose, the opening here is extremely fleeting. But again, the dry down here is what sets this one apart for me, but more specifically, it's how the dry down smells in the air. Although it isn't listed in the note breakdown, to my nose, when I smell this one in the air, it has some hints of these subtle woody nuances. I know some of these things I'm about to say are going to sound a little crazy, but when he passed me wearing this over and over again, I would think to myself, man, he smells really nice. In fact, I would tell him all the time, man, what you got on? You got that on? Oh my God, you smell good. I mean, it was to the point where one day I thought he had on Molecule 01. Look, again, I know that sounds crazy, but he's walking past me one day, I'm like, man, there's no way he has on Molecule 01. So I decided to test the waters. And then I quickly found out that it was not Molecule 01 because he knew nothing. And again, I know some of y'all like, Big Beard B is crazy, but to me, off his skin, it smelled like Molecule 01. So that makes me a fan. Now, when it comes to performance on 3 a.m., my knee-jerk reaction is to say that it's shit. Because I personally don't believe that it's long-lasting, especially because the opening to me is extremely fleeting. However, when I think about it off of his skin, I mean, I don't believe he reapplies throughout the day, and we work 4 work shifts together, and I smell it throughout the day. So I'm gonna say you get about 8 hours here, and it seems to at least project maybe about 1.5 to 2 feet throughout the entire day. Now, I've personally only worn this during my testing scenarios, so I haven't been able to get any compliments as I traditionally test at home, or if I'm traveling out and about, then I'm wearing it on an isolated spot, maybe on my hand or something while I'm wearing another fragrance. But I think the compliment factor will come on this one because I compliment him damn near every day, or at least thinks that, man, he smells nice. Overall, I think 3 a.m. is a good buy, especially for the price. Online, this one can be had for probably under $25, so I think that's an amazing purchase. Now, if you're looking to buy this one in store, I feel like it's still available at some places. Some Macy's, I've been able to see this one. I don't buy it from them, right? Don't buy it there. Don't buy it at any big box retailer because this one can be had for much, much cheaper online. And for what you would pay for this one in a regular retail store, you could get maybe 2 or 3 fragrances online. Now, the best time I see someone wearing this one is casually, maybe the daytime, out and about, if you want to hit the beach, just doing some outdoors things. I mean, he wears this one to work and it works well. In my personal opinion, I don't think that anyone is offended by it. But personally, I think this one is going to do best outdoors, right? Again, it opens up to that heavy, heavy citrus. To me, on the dry down, it has some woody nuances to it. It could be that cool leather note in here, but but to me, this is a nice fragrance. I like it. Do I feel like it's the best fragrance out there? No. Do I feel like this is the best Sean John fragrance? No. That would be unforgivable. But this one is a solid contender, especially on a cheapies list. Now, all things considered, for me, taking the opening into consideration, because again, even though it's citrus heavy, which is great for living in Florida, I do not like it a ton. I'm not a huge fan of the opening, but the dry down is where I've really begun to like this fragrance, like a lot. So to me, on a scale of 1 to 10, I gotta give this one a 6. Not because it smells bad, I'm just not a fan of the opening. And I know there are a lot of other fragrances that will work in this situation for right around the same price point, but I do believe it has a unique enough type of vibe to it where I would wear it. Obviously, I purchased it. Duh, I will wear it. And I do think that this one could get you some compliments. Now, here's the thing. Olfactory fatigue sets in pretty quickly for me on this one. And the only reason that I know that people can smell this is because I smell it on this guy all the time. So take that into consideration. If you're looking to purchase this one, you may say, you know what, that goes away pretty quickly. And if you're wearing it, you may not smell it, but I can guarantee you that other people around you are smelling that fragrance, and it does smell nice. I enjoy it. I think it's a solid release, and for the price point, and I think 25 bucks is where you can find it online, then you really can't go wrong with it. So that's what I have for you guys today. I'm your boy, Big Beard B. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend that we are back again. And remember, like Diddy said, tell him I said hello, good morning, and hit the goddamn